Hello, water signs. Welcome, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, to your July 2021 love forecast. This is good for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So you have lots of avenues to check for messages. It is date and time specific. It's intended for July 2021, but it's still for the collective, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. I did want to make a couple notes here, is that while I'm reading for water signs, you will be read for individually. It's just a little bit easier for me to upload the one main video instead of all the separates, but there will be timestamps below in the description box. You don't need to put them in the comments, and you can hover over the play bar and see the chapters. So that will already be there for you, okay? I'm going to be pulling from the Spirit Animal Oracle for each sign and then do a reading, and I'll switch out the decks. You'll see how the sausage is made. And then some interesting news is there will be extendeds available if you choose to follow to see what your divine counterpart is, what's going on with them for July, how they feel about you, how they see you, a message to you from Spirit or the universe, as well as additional oracle. And the interesting news is I am changing out platforms. So the old platform, Selfie, only allowed 5 streamable views, and that included partial views, right? I didn't have any say in the matter. That was not my dictate. That was theirs. The new platform I have set for 30 days, unlimited views. So, no change in the cost. It's just a much better platform designed for the purposes that I like to use it for. Selfie was helpful in the beginning, but now they're not quite as user-friendly for what I'm trying to accomplish here. So I hope you find that exciting and helpful. Much better platform for extended readings. All right. Cancer, you're up first. We are in Cancer season. I hope you are having a lovely solar return. Looking forward to the new moon in Cancer coming up. You get card 14, Chameleon Spirit, act as if. I love this. Act as if. That's part of the law of attraction, right? You put it out there to the universe and then you act as if it's already there. I love that for you. Act as if. So whatever it is you're setting your intentions around for this upcoming new moon, which will be yours, set it out there into the universe and then act as if it has already manifested, materialized. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Well, there it is. Little manifestation. What's crossing that? Queen of Wands. Underneath is the Strength card. All right. So on some level, there's something you're calling in here, but you're trying to, channel your inner lion, hear me roar. Your strength, your confidence is what I'm feeling in the past. Some measure of resistance. Maybe some self-protection even. I will check that out as well. Here's what's crowning you for July. Good communication. And then going forward, we have the Hanged Man. What I like about the Hanged Man is it's telling me we have a lot of fire energy here. Fire, 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 fire. That's a lot for a water sign, Cancer, but this beautiful Piscean energy of the Hanged Man going forward tells me that on some level, you will not be just taking action willy-nilly. That you will be, that's like my mom's language, right? Willy-nilly. You will be taking the time to wait for some enlightenment before moving forward. It will be a self-imposed delay, almost as if you want to get the lay of the land before you jump forward. So while I feel that communication, there may be a flurry of it, you're going to take it all in, absorb it, and give it some time to sort of sink in before taking any action. Lest you move in the wrong direction is what's coming through. So let's take a look. I love all this passionate energy here for you, Cancer. July and August, things really do pick up in terms of the cosmos. So maybe that's what's happening here, is you're feeling inspired to get something off the ground. 3 of Wands. Wow. Being really true to yourself here with the Hierophant. Yeah, not going to tolerate being taken off your path. I do see some resolution to a problem. You may have felt manipulated, set up, or sabotaged on some level, but you stand your ground here. I know that sounds kind of crazy. That I think that that's what I'm seeing here in the past, is a standing of one's ground and here in your truth, but yet from a place of higher wisdom. That Hierophant is a very awakened soul, so it's almost as if I see what you're doing here, and that's not going to fly. What you're calling in is some measure of reconciliation, some peace after whatever it was that came at you in a way that was not with honor and integrity. Okay, so what you're calling in here is the reconciliation, but where you're in the driver's seat. And where you stand your ground, you're true to yourself at your core, very clear about who you are, what you stand for, and what, like, you know what they say is, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. This is you standing for something, and no bueno. 5 of Swords, you're like, yeah, nope. Not this time around. Queen of Wands is crossing you, so let's see if she's a help or a hindrance. Seven of Cups, Star, 2 of Wands. I feel it's a help, but it's you coming through here in your power, and yet maybe a little overwhelmed. Makes sense. Kind of keeping hope alive that the situation will resolve the way you desire, and underneath is the 2 of Wands. It's a path you've chosen. So you're sort of striking out here, I feel, in July, Cancer. No reason why you shouldn't. It's your birthday season, but I feel as if it's like you're kind of on a wish and a prayer that you hope that it all works out okay. You've chosen that path. You're in your power. You're taking a leadership role here in the connection, I feel, especially with all this communication coming in. And then you're going to wait and watch and observe to see how it all plays out. Very interesting. So in this case, the Queen of Wands is your energy and it is your confidence. So being that the Strength card is underneath, you could be dealing with a fire sign. I will say that. We have Taurus, we have Aquarius, Pisces, and a lot Leo, a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy, mostly Leo. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 and yes. So as you're here gathering up your confidence, and the whole point of the Strength card is it's about overcoming obstacles. So that's what you're working on sort of in your subconscious. Here we have Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and underneath the Queen of Pentacles. First things first, you're taking care of you, getting all your ducks in a row. You're going to have a lot of questions. Truth seeker, truth teller in the Queen of Swords, but it's a no BS kind of a situation where, you know, check your emotions at the door. I've got questions for you. I feel as if that's what you're gathering your confidence for this conversation, where it's time to get real and to not mix words. You will have a plan of action. That's probably what you're in right now on some level. At least energetically is kind of, you know, planning your strategy here for how to move forward in a way that's very predictable for you, so that there isn't anything left to chance, right? But I love the Queen of Pentacles underneath, because what that's saying is, above all, you're looking out for yourself and your own stability and groundedness. I like it. In the past, the 7 of Wands, Cancer, yikes. Yeah, protecting, ooh, my goodness. Well, now we have a King and Queen of Pentacles. So this is a 3D situation. And I feel it's all about your stability in life partnership. You were standing up for yourself, right? I want the commitment. I want the connection. I want You know, when I say I want, not in a spoily kind of way, in a, I'm very clear, this is my line in the sand. So in other words, really looking for something much more stable than might have been on offer at the time, wanting that energy of someone who shows up for you in 3D, who has your back. And just about that time, this Queen of Wands energy bubbling up under the surface. So I feel at first, maybe you might have been a little defensive, but for good reason. And then all of a sudden, this Queen of Wands energy is now here to support you. So in the past, not so much. Maybe you were a little bit too self-protective and keeping your voice small. No more. Here's your voice, gangbusters. I like it. I feel like you're finding your voice in July to step up and ask for what it is that you desire. Even if you're a little nervous about it or feeling a little overwhelmed, it is the right path to take. Getting very clear about the lines in the sand, what you will and will not accept. Namely, 5 of Swords. Ooh, Tower. This is going to come as a big surprise to someone. And there's the Hanged Man again. So in this case, don't panic about the Tower. I think it's a good thing. I almost feel like this communication, this is what's crowning you. It's part of your goal and the intended outcome. What can I do to achieve the outcome I'm looking for? I can shake things up a bit. And I feel as if that's what you're going to do, is in this newfound energy, whoops, as Queen of Wands, you may shake things up, and it may come as a surprise to this person, but you're going to be like laser beam focused on what you're trying to say. I feel it will have been very well rehearsed. Knight of Pentacles, you're very clear about what you desire. King and Queen of Pentacles, I'm looking for stability and commitment. I'm in my power now, Queen of Wands. I want life partnership. Boom, done. And I'm not going to be manipulated or played or set up. So I feel like the conversation that's coming will be very direct and yet wise. There's something here with this Hanged Man energy that'll be kind of roaming around like, okay, I'm going to drop this bomb, this truth bomb, right? Ace of Swords in the Tower is a truth bomb. That's what's going to happen. And then I'm going to wait and watch and see what happens. Fabulous. We do have Aries jumping in the scene now. Some Scorpio. Excuse me. Right, you want to see if this changes the situation at all. I actually feel it does. I've got here the Death card, the transformation, the change, right? An end to old patterns, that end of the game playing and moving toward something which is much more emotionally available. Look at the divine feminine there underneath, the unconditional love. This is almost everything you will have been waiting for, is the transformation and this person coming in emotionally available for you and coming from their heart at the very least. So, Cancer, it looks like this actually works very well for you. It will be interesting to see in the extended how your divine counterpart is responding, how they feel, how they see you, like what light do they see you in, and some advice for you from Spirit. So if you would like to take all this energy and follow me for that, the link is below. All the extendeds are separate readings, so you can follow me there. And next up will be Pisces. So, Pisces. I love my Pisces. Let's see what we've got for you. Switching out my decks, and here we go. Pisces, are you ready? Pisces, I have some news. I'm announcing it here. I will make a special video for the channel, but you won the contest. Pisces won the live reading. Honest to goodness, Pisces, I hope you're jumping up and down. You're really, like, Virgo was in the lead pretty much the whole way. Honorable mention goes to Taurus, which was a big surprise to me, as well as Aquarius and Leo. But Pisces, you blew it out of the water. You took that gift I gave you of, hey, everybody gets 3 days, everybody gets 72 hours, and you were all like, share, 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 share. So, yeah, I am hoping to offer the live reading for you, Pisces, on Wednesday, the 7th, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, Wednesday, the 7th at, I think it's 5 p.m. Eastern. That would, yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern time. But I am in the path of Hurricane Elsa. So if I still have a home, or if she's lurking about, that may have to get moved. But Pisces, thanks so much. That was a fun experiment, and just so you know how it turned out, it was a 44% increase overall for the 2 weeks prior. That's what I compared it to, the first half of July versus the first half of June versus the second half of June. 44% increase in shares, an 18% increase in subscribers, and an 11% increase in views. So, thank you. Well, thank everybody but Pisces. You nailed it. All right, let's go. This is your card from Spirit Animal Oracle. Oh my God, you get the same card. Act as if. You saw me shuffle, did you not? You saw me shuffle. So this is an important message for our water signs. Chameleon Spirit, act as if. That's crazy. Take it. Lots of dual water relationships in this group, right? Lots of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio. So you're all on the same wavelength for the month of July. Let's see what's coming through for our beautiful Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Clarity. An aha moment. Lots of... Wow. So possibly a truth coming in, one you may receive, or that you may, something you may deliver. Underneath, we've got a Queen of Wands. Let me clarify that before I jump in with my feeling. Look at these cards. Separate deck, different deck, card in the same position. Seven of Wands. Manifestation is crowning you. Your ability, having all the tools at your disposal to bring about what you want. So start acting as if you already have it is great advice. And I think going forward, it is about being very intentional. Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, interesting. So let's see what's coming through in the clarifiers for our Ace of Swords. And there's your water sign. Possibly another truth bomb. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be with your divine counterpart, especially if that person is a water sign. Page of Cups. A message of sincerity, of love. Two of Pentacles. It just sort of feels to me like you may not know what to do with it. When this information comes in, this message of love, this clarity, this insight, this aha moment you have, you may not know what to do with it. It may be very difficult for you to manage in the moment. So the Queen of Swords comes in, I feel, as a support. Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and Justice. You want the balance, but I think you're very worried about how long it may take. The Queen of Swords, I feel as if part of what you want to get to here, this Ace of Swords, is some measure of clarity around like what's going on. Something's taking a long time. It could be a legal situation for some of you. That Justice card has shown up for you before, Pisces, but I feel like it's something that is like intruding in your thoughts, keeping you awake. Because it's taking a long time. So you're trying to get the information about this person's emotional availability. Maybe they're not free. I do feel like you hear from this person and you just don't know what to do with it. And maybe what I'm seeing here is you are struggling to have the opportunity to respond. Right? There's struggle with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. It may just be like, I have something to say and no outlet to say it. Queen of Wands underneath. Yeah. So in this case, I feel the Queen of Wands could be a karmic energy coming in, causing conflict. That's been a part of your readings lately, Pisces. And on some level, you're kind of at the end of your ropes. I almost feel as if you're super stressed out and trying to work through it. Eight of Pentacles underneath. But it's very difficult because you don't have all the information that you need. So you're feeling the conflict that this person brings to the fore, and you haven't quite given up yet on trying to understand it and get a better handle on it, Pisces. But like once you learn something, and I feel you will, you're not sure what to do with it. So I'm seeing a Page of Cups here. It is sincere. It is coming from the heart. But I think you're not sure how to take it because there's still someone else in the way. Seven of Wands. Wow. So I feel we've got a lot of energy here in the past for you, Pisces. Someone resisted returning. I feel like this is your person. And they, we had this before, Pisces, your happiness, the love and the happiness, offering you this love that I'm telling you they are available for. But in the past, they resisted. They held back. So I do feel that is their resistance. That is maybe there was just some struggle they were going through themselves. We do have this conflict energy in the mix as well. But they wanted to return. They wanted to return. That would have been what would have made both of you happy. But I don't think they did. You could have resisted if this person did show up, then, and that is your energy. For some of you, that will be the case. Remember, you can always flip it around. Then if you resisted, then when they returned, that could be an issue as well. But I'm seeing it the first way. Magician. Fool. Devil. King of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to take the leap anyway. Karmic be damned. I do. I feel like this is someone you really want in your life. This is someone who you would risk a lot for. And that devil energy doesn't belong to you. It doesn't even really belong to them. I feel like they are a person of honor and stability. This is someone who's a hard worker, who's very grounded and stable, who would be the kind who would show up for you. For some reason, there's some karmic energy interfering and blocking, and you're going to be like, yeah, I don't care about that. I'm manifesting the crap out of this situation. So I do feel you're calling in their energy, and you're, willing to, like, the devil be damned is if I was going to title it. That's what I would title it. But you do need a plan of action, and that's what I see. So it's either your plan or their plan, but somebody taking action with intention, very deliberate and intentional, slowly. Oh, I love the Three of Wands, more manifestation. So definitely calling in the twin for sure. But you got to work around that trapped energy, that stuck energy. Don't overthink it too much here, Pisces. I do feel the Eight of Swords. I don't feel you'll be blocked, but I feel like you're going to need to create a workaround whenever you get stuck, because you are manifesting. This is definitely an act as if moment for you, Pisces. And I just kind of feel like, you know, every time you take a step forward, you may second guess yourself. But if you stay with your plan, you will be able to circumvent that. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I do feel like I see something shift here in July, specifically receiving some kind of message from this person that, you know, comes through as some form of enlightenment. Ace of Swords, like, oh, now I get it. I see everything. And you just may not know what to do with it right away. So that's why creating a plan for your manifestation will be really helpful and important. Got it? Okay, so congrats on winning the contest. If you want to follow to the extended, in case you missed the beginning portion of this reading, there is an extended. It's a new platform, and I'm looking at your divine counterpart, how they feel about you, how they see you, and messages to you from spirit for like advice or guidance as to how to manage all the energies. So see you in that extended or in a future reading, and I will be announcing for sure whether or not we're doing the live on Wednesday the 7th at 4 p.m. Eastern for my beautiful Pisceans who pulled it out in the final, literally on the final day. Virgo was ahead all the way through until that last day. So just goes to show ya. Okay. So that was Pisces, and now we're going to close out the July readings with Scorpio. Let's see what's coming through for our beautiful Scorpios. All right. Better not get this card again. That would be so weird. Okay, Scorpio. I'm pulling from Spirit Animal Oracle. Let's see what's coming through. This is good for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hold on. It's like a bazillion degrees here, guys. And I feel like I'm melting. Whenever a hurricane approaches, the humidity is like 110%. Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Card number 1, that's interesting. Time to collaborate. That to me is a Three of Pentacles energy coming through for you, Scorpio. Working collaboratively, cooperatively, co-creatively with your divine counterpart. It doesn't just take 2, add spirit, it takes 3. See what's coming through for Scorpio. King of Swords. All the swords energy from the water signs today. This is what's challenging you. Possibly you may be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly someone who's kind of standoffish and has not been very warm or fuzzy, or maybe they've been very sharp and cool and unapproachable. So it's a point of stress for you because it's a struggle. King of Pentacles is underneath. So that's what you'd really like, is that sort of calm, centered, grounded, stable person in 3D. In the past, Ace of Pentacles might have been a new offer or a new beginning, but here's what's crowning you is the Four of Cups. So because it's crowning you, it's working in your favor. I'll explore that in a moment. Yes, endings and new beginnings. So I feel you might have been hoping for this new beginning in the past, and maybe you didn't get it, or it didn't arrive in the way that you desired. Yeah, but I feel like it's coming now in the future. You'll be able to close out a cycle for sure as a new one begins. And you may need to kind of do it in a way where you sort of keep someone at arm's length, is the way that it feels, Scorpio, which makes sense knowing your energy. Three of Wands, Seven of Swords. Well, I feel as if this person is very avoidant. I'm seeing the Seven of Swords as avoidance here, and the Five of Cups. Something like you can't shake that, they can't shake it. There's something that happened here in the past that they don't want to deal with. You're trying to call them in, and they're avoiding you. In July, there's avoidance here. And I feel you're exhausted. Not necessarily ready to give up, but I kind of feel like you're exhausted. Nine of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Yep, you got your walls up. I'll believe it when I see it, you say with the Hanged Man. Queen of Cups, but the love is there. I'm seeing Cancer and I'm seeing Pisces and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the Queen of Cups. We've also got Aquarius and Capricorn here. So yeah, what's crossing you actually is your exhaustion and the walls you're putting up. I do feel like this is okay with the Hanged Man here. It does suggest to me like you'll be in a wait and see mode. Even though the love is still there, you will have appropriate boundaries based on the fact that you're just exhausted. So in a way, I'm seeing the Nine of Wands as helpful. Yeah, if this person is avoiding you, or if they're not being honest with their feelings, or if they're not being honest with their regrets, got it? May not be honest about the regrets that they have for how things went down. That Three of Wands, you're trying to call this person in, but I kind of feel like they're not coming at you honestly, or they're avoiding you altogether. And that's the reason why you're kind of exhausted, frustrated, I'm feeling, and putting up walls, all kinds of walls, and maybe some really overdue boundaries. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. A masculine archetype of life partner. Someone who's grounded and stable, shows up for you, has your back. There's the Four of Cups. Wow. Well, I think you're afraid. Well, I know you are. There's the Moon. I think you're afraid this person has friend zoned you. Right? You're seeing them as a potential life partner. Four of Cups, Six of Swords, like they're just kind of moving away and leaving you behind. I do feel like you're wondering if they have friend zoned you and missed this opportunity. I think you thought there was some big offer or some big commitment in the past, and now you're afraid that this is like escaping your grasp. So this is what's underneath. It's helpful to know sort of what's roaming around in your psyche. You know, it helps you, especially if you're trying to call something in. You have to be aware of mixed messages being sent to the universe. So if you feel this person, if you fear this person has moved on and friend zoned you, emotionally detached, you know what I'm trying to say, then you have to work with that energy and try to clear it for yourself. Ace of Pentacles in the past. Page of Wands, yeah. Queen of Pentacles, yep. Queen of Swords, wow. So we have a King and Queen of Pentacles. We have a King and Queen of Swords. So I feel like you didn't get any of your questions answered. You thought this was the one. You thought this was a big deal, and it turned out Page of Wands. It was kind of fly-by-night-ish, not real committed. Not ill-intended, but here you are in this Queen of Pentacles energy of, I'm ready for this person. If this is the one, I'm ready to settle down, or I'm ready for a bigger commitment. But in your fear, you're afraid that they friend zoned you. And in the past, sorry, that may be because they treated the whole thing as a passing fancy, and you didn't get your questions answered as to how serious they were about you, or if they were just in it to get their needs met in the moment. I don't think you got your questions answered. So now, Four of Cups, to some degree, I want to say turnabout is fair play. So not that you're playing a game, but that to some degree you have to mirror the energy that's being shown to you. That's part of what I'm seeing here, is that, oh, if you're going to be emotionally detached, then, see how it feels. So I do feel like on some level you're going to give this person time to determine, to work out the kinks and determine what they really want. King of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles, and underneath you're going to wait for, when I say wait, I don't mean like not living your life waiting. I mean like, yeah, now they're going to have to work for it, is what I hear you saying. If they want me, they're going to have to work for it. Because I'm just not going to entertain anybody's baby BS. You don't want a page. You want a king. You want them to come towards you with passion and exuberance and be very clear about what they want. Claim the love, claim the passion. So you're going to sort of pull back just enough to give them the time and space to decide what they want and then work for it. I like it, right? Better boundaries showing up here for you. The World. Second chances with the King of Pentacles. Where is he? Right down here too. And the Hermit. So all your hard work pays off here going forward for you, Scorpio. Endings and new beginnings, but it's a second chance with this person, with the King of Pentacles. And it's all by virtue of you being in the role of the guide here, Scorpio. That Hermit energy is you as the guide. It's underneath. It's all the wisdom you've gained from your solitary journey. For some of you, it may have been a long time coming, but you're here now. And this new beginning, this new cycle has to begin with some measure of forgiveness. It's a crossroads energy you will reach with this King of Pentacles. I keep pointing over here, but that's the Queen. We already got your energy settled. It's this person who you feel is friend zoning you or emotionally detached or rejecting on some level, and you're going to have a second chance with them. So approach it as the guide and not in judgment of them. The Judgment card is one of your cards, Scorpio, but it isn't that you stand in judgment. It's that a second chance for life, for love, for happiness is offered, and it's whether or not you are both going to step in and answer the call. That is that call, being called up. I feel like the second chance comes and your wisdom will lead the way. I like the Four of Cups in that you're like, hey, if you want me, you're going to have to work for me. I'll wait. I'm going to be over here. So I think it's a good month for you. I feel it's really good. You're looking for this, it's not just collaboration, but an opportunity for you and your divine counterpart with a little bit of spirit mixed in to take your connection to the next level. I almost feel like I'm seeing a reset coming up. So I hope that makes sense to you, Scorpio. If this is speaking to you and you want to see your divine counterpart side of the reading, there is a link below to the extended. I'll look at how they feel about you, how they see you, a message to you from Spirit of the Universe, and some additional oracle. And it is a new platform I'm using, just FYI. You get 30 days to view your readings as many times as you want. So I just thought I'd let you know that. Thanks, water signs. This was great. Happy July, and I will see you all in a future reading. Take care, guys. Bye.